welcome back to the channel. You joined me and a deer back in the 2025 Porsche 718 Spyder Rs. We've owned this car since May of last year, so it's over a year. But I thought today would be a good time because I actually have a camera again to do the 1-year ownership review on it. And in summary, the car has been fantastic. We are gonna cross over 3,500 miles today. It's been my dad's summer daily driver mixed in with the 750. I think of all the cars, the ratio of how much he drives it compared to me, this is definitely the most on him. He absolutely adores this car. He's been a Porsche guy most of his life, and I think this is his favorite Porsche, which is crazy. This is, I mean, he's had a Carrera GT, which, I mean, forget the atmospheric values today, but it was still, you know, $400,000 car back then, where this, all these years later with inflation, was $200,000. And I think that's a huge testament to this car. Modern cars are heavy. This car actually is heavier than a Carrera GT. Carrera GT is 3,042 pounds, unless that's drive. I'm pretty sure that's curb. And this is 3,214 pounds. But it feels so nimble. It's such a small profile. The car feels like a sports car. It feels like my Lotus. It doesn't feel like a big supercar like the 911s do. It's just fun. And for a daily commute or for a back road rip, or just to hear that flat six, it's just an unbelievable car. Issue-wise, the only issues we've had are, as you can see, the windshield is cracked. And it's actually not the first time this is cracked, so we gotta get that fixed again. Apologies for the view, guys. But yeah, the RS glass is a little thin, although the part number is shared with the other Caymans and Boxsters, so I'm a little confused by that. Maybe that's just a 9923 RS problem, and people are confusing it with the Spyder RS, but either way, glass is way too thin. So this is an absolute dream spec for me. It's kind of a dream car for me as well. The 981 GT4 when I was a kid was one of my ultimate dream cars, especially in speed yellow. I've been wanting a Cayman Boxster platform car forever, and little did I know by the time, it's not mine, but by the time my dad got his, it would be the ultimate expression of one. It would be, they put an RS badge on it, they put a GT3 engine in it. It's a fantastic car. It's the ultimate expression to me of what a Porsche should be. And I'm just so excited to be able to be driving it and have the opportunity to. After a year, it feels less of a dream and just more of like an epic experience, but it's still kind of hard to believe. Porsche has gotten better with their electric power steering. There is fight through the wheel, which I've really never felt in the older like 991 racks. But the way up isn't completely natural. It's not hydraulic power steering, and I guess you just can't expect that in this day and age. But it's better. It's a lot better. And it's way better than some of the competitors see, Corvette, stuff like that, Audi R8. I mean, that's not made anymore, but anyways, enjoy the engine. The intake noise, the flat six itself, it's pretty hard to beat for a soundtrack. This car rides amazing, it handles amazing, it makes some of the best noises you'll ever hear in a car. And yet my favorite thing, weirdly, are these magnetic paddles and the sound that the car makes when you downshift. It's such a small little gimmicky thing, but you feel like you're in a race car. Even though the car is soft and toned down for an RS car, these paddles literally make you feel like you're in a simulator on iRacing, racing a car down the track. This is a phenomenal car, so I don't really have gripes or downsides, but the bigger one would be feedback through the wheel, I'd say. Then the other thing is the stiff suspension button. It might be a 5% difference, it might be like a 3% difference. You barely feel it. Even mid-corner, there's some difference to the bite you get on turning, but the car doesn't ride any harder, it doesn't feel any stiffer. There's no like huge reactionary difference. I think there should be a more dynamic mode switch, and maybe I'm just too used to the McLarens, but I almost feel like nothing's happening. One common complaint with these cars, being the Spyder Rs and the GT4 RS, everyone says they're way too loud. I don't know if it's the gearing or the intake or what, but on the highway. And that for the road trips, they're basically unusable and they wouldn't want to live with the car. And I've seen people sell the car because of that. I don't understand that. I've driven the car at highway speed 70, 75 miles an hour where it's staying at like 3,000 RPM. It's quieter than my Lotus, it's quieter than the 750, it's really livable to me. The only gripe I have with this for a road trip would be it doesn't have a roof. Yeah, it has a roof, but you're not gonna wanna put that on and off over the course of a weekend. Thankfully, there's other cars I choose for a road trip in the garage. So I can just enjoy this as a weekend car, and it is a phenomenal weekend car. Ironically though, being built on the Boxster Cayman platform, it is insanely practical. It's got a really big front trunk. I think it's bigger than 911, unless maybe the Speedster had a smaller trunk for the GT3 suspension. And the rear trunk is massive. This is like having almost like my old C7 rear trunk with a bigger than a C8 front trunk. It's really awesome. It's a very practical car, and honestly I've used it for some shoe deliveries with my car broken recently. It's awesome. It's unbelievable how many shoes this can carry. Not that that's a metric that most people are going to use, but a shoebox is pretty big. One impressive thing is Porsche GT cars are known to burn oil when driven hard, a little more than a normal car. This has always been at the maximum oil level for basically its entire life. Yeah, it had its oil change at like 2,000-ish miles, so it's not a lot of driving. It hasn't been tracked like all the other cars have been tracked, but it's burned zero oil. The 750's burned quite a bit of oil on the street. 720 never has, but the Speedster burned a little bit of oil over time. This never has. I'm actually very impressed by that, and I think it speaks to the durability of the engine. Now we're on my favorite back road, so manual, chassis sport, and we're gonna catch the cars in front of us, unfortunately very quickly, but maybe we'll get a turn. Wasn't actually that bad. We got a little bit of a run. As you can hear, it sounds phenomenal, and you do know what the car's doing. There is feedback through the wheel. It's not up to the level of some of the other cars I've driven, but if you're used to electric power steering, you'll be incredibly happy with this. There's Nick. And we've run into a Porsche convoy, a 991 GT3, 996, is that a 718? Yes, I thought there was a 981. I think the 981 is actually better looking than the 718. I'm gonna leave the Spyder Rs out of this fight, but I do think the 981, I think the 718 GT4 is better looking than 981 GT4. I think 981 GTS and the regular base car are better than the 718s. My brain's not working today. Okay, I'm in love with this car. I get it. I get it. Oh my. It's funny, if you really get some load into the tire, you do get feedback mid-corner. I think this would be a blast on the track. Unfortunately, it's hard to find a track day that will either allow you to run with no roof or with the soft top on. I'm doing a track day in the 720 on Saturday. I'm gonna speak to that organization, see if I can take this one day. Obviously, we need to fix the windshield first, of course. But I would really love to track this car while it's under warranty. Maybe a couple of track days in. Obviously, it's not my car, so I'm not gonna track it as much as the 720 or the Evora, but it's just so, when you get to the limit, that's when I enjoy this car. What a car. What a car. The local Z8, you see that thing a lot? It's funny because this ended up being my dad's absolute favorite car, which is crazy. But when we were ordering it, he kept wanting to cancel it over and over again. And again, it was one of my dream cars, so I really like pushed him to buy it. It's the only car I've ever really pushed him to buy, and it's his favorite car, and he literally wouldn't sell it for any amount of money, which is the funniest part. With the market going crazy, we were talking about selling the Ford or the 458, whatever, and I was joking, I brought up this, and he's like, you could offer me $2 million, I'm keeping this, it's my spec, it's my car. I'm like, okay, you know what, I respect that. So I think that says enough if he would buy it again. If it were me and my money, which I don't have enough money for this, but pretend I did, I would buy it again. It's a phenomenal car. They're slightly under MSRP now. I think this spec's good enough, well, I guess it wouldn't matter because my dad wouldn't sell it, but I think this spec's good enough would be around MSRP. I think it's still a good buy at that price only because of how ridiculous the Porsche and Ferrari market is. Overall, the performance for money is not insane. A Corvette would be much better, and used McLaren would be much better, but it's an awesome driving experience. You're not going to lose any money. Maintenance won't be terrible. You can't really go too wrong if you're in this price bracket. this car is just fun. I mean, that's what you need in a sports car, and that's what it does. It's not the fastest, it's not gonna be the fastest around a track, but it's fast enough. It's fast enough around a track, and it's just a great weekend car. And I'm excited to do many, many, many more miles over the years, considering I guess this is a permanent car, because I don't think anything's taking this away from my dad. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.